joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. We're at Chesapeake Energy Arena in downtown OKC. Tonight, it's the Oklahoma City Thunder taking on the Charlotte Hornets. Charlotte controls the tap. Walker. To Batum. The shot turned away by Adams. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Thunder. Batum. To Kemba Walker. Now pass taken away by the Thunder. To Westbrook. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
Layup's good. That's as high percentage as it gets.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
And he'll go to the foul line.
You see this, all refs are going to let him go.
First one, count it. And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Walker with the basketball. A minute gone by here in the opening quarter. Here comes the screen. Driving right to the basket. Give it to him. Kemba Walker, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
OKC ball. Paul George to Westbrook for 3. His first effort off the mark. Across the timeline, it's Walker. Leads 1. Oh, good defense there. Thunder with the steal. And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
First one goes down. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. Into the front court, it's Walker. He'll run the offense. He's too good to leave that wide open. Defense has to communicate.
There's only so many times you can hide from the truth. That was horrific defense. Just got to get it back on the next possession.
Beyond the arc for 3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
And that's what this game is. As the game plays, you have to adjust on the fly. That delivers the element of surprise.
To Nick Batum. Give it to him. Kemba Walker. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
And here's a next level comment for you. K-Walk is one of the rare guys in the league today that blurs the lines between the streets and the league.
Finishing inside the paint on that one. Jay, if you're Russell Westbrook, how do you take on the responsibility of getting them over the hump?
You have to own it, Ed. And that starts with owning the fact that, yes, you were the first player in the history of the game to average a triple-double back-to-back years, but that did not equate to your team being successful. Sometimes less is more. And he has to make sure that he's surrounded and allowing the players he's surrounded with to help him get to the next level.
Oklahoma City's got it. Westbrook's shot won't go on the drive.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense.
Hot shooting continues. He's got 12 in the first quarter, including that trifecta.
And Ed, did you see how quick his release was? There was no wasted motion from the waist up.
48 wins a year ago for the Thunder. Jay, it took them a while to get to that point, but in so many ways, the Thunder had a great opportunity in the playoffs.
They did. It just seemed like something with their chemistry was a tad bit off with Carmelo Anthony. I think him not being there, him not being in Houston, them getting Andre Robertson back. He's a big-time lockdown defender on the perimeter. You surround him with youth and Hamidou Diallo, Terrence Ferguson, Alex Abrinas. This team has a chance to compete for a Western Conference Finals.
Big Russ, big shot, hits the three.
Just let me break down to all the young players at home how special of a pass this was. That was a perfect delivery, and it hit the player right in the chest.
Walker into the front court. It's 14-12. Deep left corner. Batum to Kemba Walker. Shot from the lane won't go.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
Jeremy Grant, a couple of free throws on the way. Career mark of 64%. First try, no good. And he's able to hit the second. Hornets at the controls of this one. Walker. Now pass taken away by the Thunder. Miles Bridges. Oh, good defense there. Thunder with the steal. Westbrook tosses. Robertson shot, no good. Now pass taken away by the Thunder. And a pass taken away by Charlotte. Wide open look, won't go.
That's called a heat check right there. Surprised he missed that one. That was an open look.
Westbrook to Paul George. Baseline drive. George to the basket, but it won't go. Walker with the basketball. Shot clock turned off as they get a chance to build their lead. From the painted area, won't go down. And the rebound comes to OKC. Oh, emphatic slam.
The assist from number 13.
Late heave to beat the buzzer. Shot from three-quarters court is good. He buries it. Who does this guy think he is? Few would take it. He drills it. And that's how the first quarter comes to an end. One quarter down, and Jay, you know both coaches wanted to see more stops on the defensive end, but was that fun to watch or what?
You know why?
Why?
Because of the versatility. Because this is positionless basketball, which makes it beautiful to watch. Everybody can triple threat, dribble, drive, shoot the three, do things from long distance. It's a thing of beauty where this game is going.
It was right there.
You know, when you think about Miles Bridges, you never worry about his tenacity. You never worry about his drive or his work ethic to get better each and every day. The only question looming around Miles Bridges is that jump shot. He only shot 45% from the field at Michigan State.
Hornets right now in possession to Walker. Carmelo Anthony traded, but Sam Presti turns that into Dennis Schroeder, now on a team built to win.
And I love this acquisition by the Thunder. When you think about Schroeder, he is actually almost the opposite of what Russell Westbrook is. He averaged 19 points, 6.5 assists last year for the Hawks, but he is not a ball-dominant guard. He will have the ball in his hands, but he's more apt to make plays quickly with the ball than Russell, who likes to hold on to the ball towards the end of the shot clock.
Across the timeline, it's range.
Can we all just agree that that handle is next level, but that jumper's wet too?
Westbrook with it. Down 4. Knocked loose. Hornets grab it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Westbrook into the front court, trailing by 4. Lets it fly from long range. Westbrook bothered just enough on that one. Into the front court, it's Walker. Looking to make something happen. Fires the 3. Had made his first 3, but that shot off the mark. Westbrook. Misfires. It's no good. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Sent for his career. The free throw is good. It's back to a 1-point game. Westbrook. And he's fouled. And he earns a trip to the line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Knocks down the first. No good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Kemba Walker. Here again, Schroeder. The drive. Right to the basket. Right down Broadway. 4-2.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Yep, right there, yep.
Oklahoma City ball. George. Nothing going here on that drive. Adams. Batum picked up by Ferguson. A drive, but he can't get it to go. To Schroeder. Knocked loose. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Kemba Walker. Coming onto the floor. Jay, without question, one of the biggest moments of the NBA offseason, Paul George, he chooses the Thunder, he stays in OKC.
And how about what Paul?
And a putback slam.
If you know anything, it comes down to who wants it more. And right now, the offense is just hungrier.
Picked up by the Thunder.
When it's a tight game, those missed opportunities on the road make it tough.
Charlotte basketball. Walker. And he finishes at the rim.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Ferguson. Walker into the front court. Leads a bucket. And the Thunder with the rebound. Nothing going here on that drive. Ferguson to George.
Ice that.
I told you the screen would come.
To Adams. Has a look. Gets a look. Can't hit. Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
And as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the...
Paul George He's got 2 shots coming, shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Can't connect on the first free throw. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. Parker with it. Counting down toward a minute to go in this first half. Kemba Walker. Here again, Schroeder. To Parker. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That no good. Off the mark. Here comes the screen. George. Not that time. He missed it. To Batum. Parker. Ah, rocking the rim.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Thunder with the basketball. Oh, Dennis Schroeder. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
Come on, somebody tell me when he added that to his arsenal.
Walker with the basketball. His guy should be able. Scores from the post. Deep three at the buzzer. First half in the books. The Hornets have the lead.
Thanks, Ed. Let's get right into the action here. The Charlotte Hornets will start the second half with a narrow lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets. For the Charlotte Hornets, the Thunder are keeping things exciting in a close matchup. And they've been showing off some excellent shooting. And it's ultimately points that win games. So if they can keep this up, there's a great chance they can finish with a victory. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Game track. Steals.
We're seeing a lot of steals in this game, and it's not been one-sided. Each of the teams in this matchup have been aggressive on defense and getting some positive results.
Player of the half.
Kemba Walker has already put together a pretty nice highlight reel for himself, and that's just after one half of basketball. He did a lot of scoring, and it probably won't stop anytime soon.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Range, tough shot there for Westbrook. He always thinks it has a chance. Hornets have the basketball. Kemba Walker, guarded by Russell Westbrook. Fires the three. Can't defend it any better. Kemba Walker misses. Another shot won't go either. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Cody Zeller at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 73%. Free throw good as he completes the three-point play. The lead is up to 6. The Thunder have the possession. Westbrook to Schroeder. Probing the defense. Cleans it up. Schroeder, deep right corner. Westbrook buries it on the catch and shoot.
Well, easy difference there. In the first half, the offense allowed the deep, and that's why the shots were all contested. But now since they picked up the pace of the game, they're getting a lot more action out of transition threes.
Across the timeline, it's Walker. His guys lead here, early stages, third quarter. Lamb matched up with Steven Adams. Runner here, won't go. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Westbrook. It's PG for 2. Add 2 points to the board. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Cody Zeller, defended by Steven Adams. Nice pass to get things going.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
George. To Westbrook. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams. That's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
To Kemba Walker. And the rebound taken in by OKC. Westbrook across the timeline. His guys down 3. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Kemba Walker. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes.
Into the game for the Thunder, number 20.
Ferguson. Westbrook to Paul George. Going to launch beyond the arc. Not that time. He misses. Into the front court, it's Walker. Up by 3.
2 minutes remaining.
To Nick Batum. Shot from the lane, won't go. Oh, follows and finishes.
Underutilized, underutilized, underutilized. Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of it.
Thunder with the basketball. Paul George. Pass stolen by the Hornets. Kid Gilchrist against Paul George. From the painted area, won't go down.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force the positioning of that pocket, you're making that shot.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Why not? Russell Westbrook is the only guy stopping Russell Westbrook. And when he decides to put his head down and go to the rim, he's going to the rim. It's that easy.
Kemba Walker picked up by Westbrook. The shot blocked by Grant.
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Stepping in for the Hornets, number 0. And number 9.
Miles Bridges.
Tony
Parker. And the rebound comes down to the Thunder. Here's Schroeder with it. Less than a minute to go in this third quarter. And the finish at the rim.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Parker into the front court. His team up by 1. Thunder have it. Knocked loose. Hornets come up with it. Trying to cash in. Williams' shot won't go. Schroeder with the basketball. His guys now down by a point. From long range. Rebound taken by Parker. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain muscled his way through the lane.
OKC ball.
Here we go.
And a pass taken away by Charlotte.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Three quarters down, the Hornets out in front. Hornets with the first possession here in the 4th quarter, and they'll be looking to finish strong.
And when you play stingy defense on one end, the other end takes care of itself.
Right.
Parker. And throws it down.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an down low, Noel. Oh, you could sense that coming.
There is a premium market for players with that type of hand-eye coordination.
Knocked loose. Kid Gilchrist, guarded by Schroeder. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Thunder, so the possession stays with the Hornets. Parker. Tony Parker. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense, you can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
Off the iron. No good. Parker with it. It's an 11-point game. Batum to Parker. And a throwdown.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
To Westbrook. Nothing going here on that drive. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim. You can try and body him up, but he'll still run right through you.
It's the way he attacks that makes him so dangerous. He chips off a piece of your body one possession at a time. First it's your arm, then it's your leg, and then inevitably it's your soul.
Oh, Dennis Schroeder. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
When I think about the biggest international names in the game today, Dennis Schroeder's name probably isn't the first that comes to mind. But did you know that he's one of only 3 players to ever Dirk Nowitzki and Dennis Schroeder? He is a blur with the basketball, and he will be the first or second option offensively down the court each and every possession.
Now a timeout coming here from the Hornets coach. That's their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with one remaining.
You know, Ed, usually in timeouts, you see coaches give these rah-rah speeches. And what happens is it goes through the players left ear and out the right. They don't pay attention. I've been a part of those huddles. What I just saw, though, I saw a coach snap a clipboard. No doubt about it, he has his team's attention.
Stepping in for the
Walker into the front court. Lead stands at 7. To Batum.
Screen left coming, screen left coming, screen left.
And this will get out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook. It'll stay with Charlotte. Batum. Walker. Not getting the bounce. And the slam.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
To Nick Batum. Walker. Westbrook into the front court. The deficit now up to 5. Big man, Steven Adams. He's 3 of 5. 6.
The basketball gods will 100% reward you.
Charlotte with the basketball. Oh, good defense there. Thunder with the steal.
From a guy who's been there before, tomorrow morning you'll wake up and you would have wished this was a bad dream. But in reality, all you can do is knock the cobwebs off and let it fuel you for tomorrow.
Parker into the front court. Leads just a point to Walker. Nothing going here on that drive. Kemba Walker here against Ferguson. To Parker. 5 seconds to shoot. Has a chance. Deep 2 there. Won't go.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Slam dunk, Russell Westbrook.
Look at that. Calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
To Parker. Batum sizing up Jeremy Grant. Shot clock to 4 for Charlotte. Nikola Batum now 3 for 9. The Thunder will use a timeout. Let's see what they come up with. Down a point here in the final minute. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. George. Westbrook. Oh, knocks it down from 3.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
To Miles Bridges. To Kemba Walker. Screen coming. Walker. For 3. And Kemba Walker. Muscle memory put to good use there. Now a whistle. And we're going to get a timeout from OKC. They trail by 1. Who's it going to be as they get ready for the final shot? Out of bounds. Last touch by Russell Westbrook. And a whistle.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1. First foul
Walker against the former MVP. Oh, they call him for the foul.
His timing was a tad bit off.
And he connects on the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Deep three at the buzzer. It's the Hornets with the victory as they win this one by 3. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
The EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Hornets got the win in a close game. Watch a team with such an unselfish approach to the game. Plenty of assists were delivered throughout this contest. The Charlotte Hornets can point to these guys for their scoring output. The Thunder just couldn't close this one out. Sure, it's great they shot so well from 3, but none of that really matters when your team has one more loss to show for it. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Game track. Three-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
Kemba Walker could not have been more impressive in this game. The way he scored the basketball looked like he was playing with kids in high school.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game.
Number 2. Number 1.
This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.